Música latina. El sonido de mi país, de mi isla bella, Puerto Rico. Chill, man. Shut up, man. Johnny Weed. Have some fucking respect, man. This is a bad dream, man. Come on. Yo, man, do that, man. Chill, you think you got it like that, bro? Got a chocolate? Let's go, motherfucker! Turn up! Inferno, man, blow it! Yeah, blow it away! Yeah! Vamos to balance! Oh, yeah! Yeah! What's up? Yo, Steve, put up loud! Yeah, man! Yo, what's up, man? Got it, bro.
Oye, pendejo, para esa mierda. Come on, Steve, man. No la apagues, sube el volumen.
You're still a sucker, man.
He's a punk anyway, man.
Bro, pendejo.
What's up? Yeah, man, he's a sucker, man. He's a punk.
Another summer. Sound of the funky drummer. Music hitting your heart, cause I know you got soul. Brothers and sisters.
It is hot in Brooklyn, and we're going to explore a poor neighborhood filled with minorities of all different races. And we're going to explore how these racial tensions build over one day. What causes them? What makes these people tick in a way where they just start to hate each other due to race? Now, when the movie first starts off, it comes off as a little ridiculous. First, we got this woman out in the street dancing to Public Enemy's Fight the Power. And then, some of the characters come off as cartoonish, maybe a little over the top. But I think that's the point. And while these characters' behavior might feel cartoonish, it's meant to symbolize their rigid way of thinking. What this movie does a great job with is surprising you at the end. It's able to maintain a certain tone to make you think, okay, this is how the movie's gonna go. But they still have the little hints here and there to make what actually ends up being the ending make sense. You can see the racial tension that's building between all these groups of people. But you look at the bright colors, look at the cartoonish behavior of the characters, and you think, yeah, this is a movie where everything's gonna turn out okay. And when things turn bad, you're shocked, but you're still just kind of accepting it in this really sad way. But before things go south, we're introduced to a neighborhood that is a joy to just explore. We get all these different characters, and they have these charming personalities. Some of them we really like, some of them not so much. But they're all so fascinating. And the neighborhood feels alive, it's popping. It feels like a real neighborhood, a place where people live and talk to each other. It's a community. Spike Lee does a great job of taking in this atmosphere of the setting and making you feel it. And you become attached to the community as a whole. It becomes a character in and of itself, and you want it to thrive. There are so many excellent performances, more than I can even count in this movie, but the standout for me is Danny Aiello as Sal. Sal is an Italian-American who has opened up a pizza shop in a African-American neighborhood. One of his sons, played by John Turturro, is a racist, and his other son is not so much. He's a nice kid. And at the beginning of the movie, Sal seems like, just this hard-nosed Italian-American guy, doesn't seem to like black people that much. But as the movie continues, we come to discover his humanity and his love for the community, and you start to feel for him. And Danny Aiello does such a great job of portraying all these layers to this character. It's brilliant. Spike Lee himself plays our protagonist, named Mookie. He's a young African-American man who works for Sal, And, you know, he delivers pizzas, he does all that stuff, you know. When we first meet him, he seems like a reasonable guy, you know. He has problems with this, this, and that, you know. But you're like, okay, I can relate to this guy. But as we go on, we see how troubled this guy is. We see he's probably kind of a deadbeat. And he's a difficult protagonist to follow, and that's the point. Every character in this movie has a perspective. They all have their downfalls. And they're all these layered people. Even when at first they come off as simple and cartoonish, as the movie goes on and we see them reveal more and more layers, we come to understand what this place is. It shows us the nature of racial tension and why all this racial violence happens. I think two different people could watch this movie and feel completely different ways about it. This is a movie that forces you to think. It forces you to ask questions about yourself and about race. It tears down whatever ideal you have and forces you to look at the reality of what racial conflict is. It's a brilliant study of racial conflict, and it's a movie that makes you think, and that is very important. Also has lots of great performances and is extremely well directed by Spike Lee. I'm gonna give Do the Right Thing an A+.
How's business going?
Business is great. You know, we were wondering when you're going to stop by and pay us a visit.
How's my brother doing?
Well, he's great. You know, he's a good kid.
Hey, Pop, stop lying.
He's only kidding, Jim.
I know.
What can I fix you?
Regular slice.
No, I'm gonna make you something special, something very special, if you don't mind.
Yeah? No, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Okay, what do you want to drink?
Cream soda.
Change. It used to be root beer. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
I know. I want to change your pace, you know.
Vito, clean off the table for Jade, okay?
All right, Pop. Come here, kid. Sit here. This is the best.